let's talk about some deep shit.
Overtime. Let's get some. Let's get some shit in here.
Who has seen the Jeffrey Epstein documentary on Netflix?
I seen that jump.
I just started it.
It was a fucking dog.
I'm familiar with his
dog. A fucking dirty ass dog.
Did anybody know about his stature beforehand?
Nah.
You mean stature?
I mean, I knew when they had arrested the nigga and all that shit that he was supposedly some rich nigga that had done some other shit or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But after watching this joint, like, this nigga was a fucking dog.
Yeah, sleazebag.
Yeah, I haven't even watched it. I know he had more power than Billl Gates and
fuck them niggas.
They weren't nothing compared to what he was doing, and that's why
out here.
I think something else happened, man. I don't think
he really did. I don't think he really did.
Paul?
I haven't watched it. I said this when he passed.
Right, when he staged his death.
I was like, yo, this just don't seem right. Like, this Bama got like billions of dollars. There's no way he's letting that shit, go down like that.
The thing is, like,
supposedly. Oh, go ahead.
He finessed his way to like $1 billion. The nigga finessed his way to be like.
The finesse game is like that. If you finesse yourself to $1 billion.
Look, I still don't know what he did.
Because I've been knew about this man, and from the Netflix documentary, I think they did a lot of like pointing fingers, and saying like this dude is the only like they put everything on this one, knowing that a lot of people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many? So I haven't finished. The episode. I mean, I haven't finished the series yet. I actually started the episode. I think I didn't finish episode 2, but I started episode 2. How many episodes is it? Just so I
think it's 4.
It's 4. It's 4.
I ain't even started.
Yeah, I'm at the same point.
His hands in so many things, and honestly, I thought when he went to jail, the reason why he was, quote unquote, hung himself or whatever, he's supposed to be exposing people, exposing that whole ring of shit that he was into. Like, same with who's the other dude that just got the movie director guy who actually knew him?
Weinstein?
Yeah, Weinstein. Same thing. He actually was supposed to be exposing Weinstein on a whole bunch of stuff, and Weinstein supposedly exposing this whole ring of shit too. Whenever that happens, he'll probably end up dead too, though.
That's the thing. Like, why are these people being like they are the scapegoats? Like, there's no way you had that type of connection, this type of the sexual ring. That one man take the fall. When everybody in that documentary was pointing out that female that was with him, like his little ringleader, Ghislaine Maxwell. Everybody's pointing her out, like she was always there. But like every time they previewed the show, they was like, "Oh, Ghislaine Maxwell denies all the reports." How she get off scot-free like that?
Yeah, that's true.
It's money and politics, but that's what I'm saying. She's probably
Weinstein get locked up, though? Did Harvey Weinstein get locked up?
Who? Yeah, he's locked up.
He's locked up?
Weinstein.
Okay.
He got locked up like before Corona.
Where is he at, though? Where's he locked up at, though?
Rikers.
Oh, shit.
Tough. That's a tough one right there.
That nigga over there?
Yeah.
It's deeper than that, bro. Because I mean, they said Bill Clinton rode on this jet 26 times.
Yeah.
A lot of times. If you watch the video, if you watch a documentary.
You heard about the painting that he had in his house of Bill Clinton? Yeah. In a dress?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff.
So here's my question. Does the series get into all what y'all talking about, or y'all just know that just from the history of looking them up and researching them, or it tells you about all that?
Bro, I can go deep.
No. There's a nigga that's out. There's a nigga on the video that's talking about. Yeah, I seen Bill Clinton pull up on Jeffrey Weinstein's island or something, And then there's a nigga, the same nigga talks about, oh yeah, I seen, Prince. I don't remember the nigga's name. Prince Andrew. Yeah. I seen Prince Andrew out this motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? This the nigga that's dealing with the, I don't know, the video, not the video, but the
Yeah, we can't see you.
I know, man. I know it's hard to make a nigga your complexion.
My bad.
Fair, but
you talking about, I deal with the niggas IT type of shit.
It's hard to see your
Whatever.
complexion.
Fuck y'all niggas.
I'm saying like how they
it's hard to make you fade to black, man, but you pulled it off.
How they make Bill Clinton just on the rug? This nigga,
all that.
They have flight logs.
Hillary.
They have flight logs saying this was on the plane 26 times. I've never gave any of y'all niggas in this room, and we closed 26 rides in my car. So how this nigga was for his private jet, 26
private jet,
26.
Yeah.
You don't know the man?
I mean, honestly, but be fair. If any of us had money where we could have private jets, you don't think we would be flying on that more often than riding in just a car? Like
no, the point is he's saying he don't have no connection to him, but he was on the plane with him 26 times doing whatever.
He'll see him at all.
Oh, he's saying that no connection with him. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, but it is. It's like a whole ring of people. And they've been said stuff about Clinton though too. Like that ain't nothing new about his pedophilia and his energy stealing shit either. Like he be doing the rituals and all that shit. Hillary too. Like they look like I forget what's it called that they take from that they ingest that like boosts them so much that they be so like addicted to, not the dopamine but the
adrenochrome.
Adrenochrome.
Yeah.
There you go. So like
it's from the brain.
Tell,
it's from the brain.
That's why they look all wrinkled and stuff like that. They're not getting it in abundance like they normally get it. They need that to survive. Like they're not even really like almost damn near human. Right. Like it's weird. They're like reptilians.
Look at Bill, like it's crazy.
Who said adrenochrome? That was you, Randall?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. And they get that from that's why like that whole organ thing and like the trafficking, like even like the kids missing. They say they abduct kids and take it from kids. Like you know what I mean? Yeah, and then ingest it. Like you got to get it from the brain. So they killing kids to like for this pleasure.
This shit heavy.
I'm gonna need y'all just to text me that later so I can look it up because I can't even begin.
Look it up, man. Adrenochrome. It's real. It's a real thing, man. It's the real, and they're not the only ones on it. Look at like Charlie Sheen. Look at Johnny Depp. All these like top tier actors and stuff like that. They be on it, like heavy. They need it. Like if they don't get that shit.
Who also was on the plane? Kevin Spacey. Nigga was on the plane a bunch of times.
Yeah, I seen that.
Do you know how many lawsuits he had in the past like 2 years? And 3 out of 4 other motherfuckers supposedly committed suicide or were suicided.
Yeah, exactly. So he getting rid of people. Like that's what I mean. They just like
on the documentary.
What episode gets into all these details?
It's not even just an episode. That's just
like third episode.
And you guys.
That's just public information, man. Just do your research. You can hit up the YouTube and stuff like that. They got all that out. Like just look up adrenochrome and how people practice with the adrenochrome and how they get it. All that shit. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
I'm talking about with Epstein and all that, all his connections, and what episode breaks all that down.
It was the third.
Or do they break it down as outside knowledge, huh?
It was the third episode when they were talking about Jamie Foxx and Kevin Spacey and Bill Clinton.
Okay.
You keep saying James. Right. It was Chris Tucker. It wasn't Jamie Foxx.
That's who it was, Chris Tucker. Yeah.
Was it Chris Tucker?
Yeah. He about to say long.
Yeah, you're right. I remember the picture that they posted up. Yeah. It was Chris Tucker.
And, see, that's why you got to watch stuff for yourself. Because going off of you, Corey, I'll be talking about Jamie. Jamie dodged the bullet.
Fuck you.
I should have that. I should have that watched by next week, though. I should have that watched by next week.
Yeah, this is crazy.
I had to take a break from this CNN coverages and all that stuff, and then I got on Netflix today to try to find that stand-up comedy I was supposed to be looking for tonight. and they got this documentary called The 13th about like telling the whole story of.
You just watched it?
That's old.
Oh, it's old.
Exactly.
Well,
You just watched it.
It popped up like right on my screen. So I caught it on Netflix. I ain't never seen it before, so
that's the algorithm.
It ain't nothing we ain't never seen. It ain't nothing.
I mean, pretty much, but I ain't never seen it on Netflix. So they must have just added that back or something, cause
they probably did boost it up so you can watch it
because of the current times, so it's relevant enough.
So Matt, let me ask you, because you in a different place, in a different climate, in a different zone than we
you
are.
in the deep south.
So just like Phil is, like how is shit like where you at as far as like the protests, as far as like the different.
It's not as intense as it is up north. But what I have seen, I've noticed over the past week or so, is that white folks specifically are going out their way to be extra nice.
Hey,
it's like
it's definitely good in Florida. It's definitely
like I can see a big difference in like this, like the white population really going out of their way to be like say thank you and have manners and all this type of crazy stuff. I'm like, huh?
You feel like they've been putting more of an influence towards like, you know, our issues culturally and all that too? You feel like it's genuine?
That's the thing about it. I don't know if it's genuine or not. I don't believe it is, because 2 weeks ago, none of this stuff was going on whatsoever. As y'all can probably imagine, the South is a little different. But I haven't even seen as many like Confederate flags flying, just like down on the back of trucks going down the road. Like,
that's real.
It seems like everybody kind of tucked their stuff away a little bit and is acting weird and different. And it's like, I don't know if that's something that's temporary just because of where we are right now, or is that something that's going to stick around? I lean on the side of saying it's just a show, but hopefully I'm wrong on that.
I feel you on that too, though, and I want to be proven wrong, but like I honestly feel like it's like it's people that's genuine with it, and it's just people doing it, you know what I mean, for show. But I definitely encourage all white people to use their privilege and all that to make a different, like an impact, you know what I mean, on the influence if they're gonna do it. If they're gonna stand, I need you to go all the way, balls to the wall with that shit. Like, if not, then,
I mean,
you know, keep
even
doing
with those crowds, like I've been watching, you know, the coverages on the protests. It's not like, I know they're saying it's a mixed crowd and all that, but what I'm seeing is like mostly a white crowd from like the protests and the marches. I'm like, it's not, I mean, it might be sprinkled in with a couple of minorities, but it's like mostly what I see is white hands in the air, fists in the air.
I believe that.
And I don't know. That's the coverage I'm seeing. So I don't know about y'all. If y'all watching CNN and all that good stuff.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. But that's the refreshing part.
When I look at the crowds, it's usually like that. It's about, I would say about 50 to 60% white.
Yeah. They move the votes.
Nah, it's more than that. It's more than that. It's like 0.001% of black people out there, John.
Yeah.
Well, it depends on
a lot of white folks out there
because
it's not rocking with this shit. Not rocking with this shit, and that's a good thing, though. It's a good thing, though. It's a good thing.
Would you say, Shaq?
No, I said it depends on the area region, because Minnesota in general is 98% white. So you know, I remember watching and seeing like one or two black people in the crowd. I was like, God dang. So,
what you seeing in DC though?
DC had a heavy white
exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like 0.001 black folks out there. So
nah.
The thing about it is,
I didn't see. Maybe it's the time of day I tuned in. I ain't see 50-50.
Well, you don't live in DC, so you only get a snapshot of what goes on down here.
Yeah, I'm getting CNN. That's it. I don't know.
You don't get the real shit.
I'm saying it's not 50-50.
You ain't see the bricks. You ain't see the bricks being delivered.
It's white folks rocking with us, dog. White folks is out here rocking with us, dog.
But
white folks is rocking with us, dog.
But even if
they know, and you got to think about where we at, specifically where we're at in the DMV. No, for real. You got to think about specifically where we're at in the DMV. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of white folks rocking with us, dog. And Like, if it's not that many black folks,
Hey, it was good, man.
Or whatever. But
did y'all see what Killer Mike said? And like,
Yeah.
with T.I.?
Yeah, well, I'm gonna just go. Like,
See it?
You said you ain't see it?
Nah.
So he got. I mean, like, all right. So and it's with our community, and I'll just say it. Killer Mike got on stage. Like he got not on stage. During the Atlanta protests, I think Atlanta was like real riled up and getting real antsy and getting real like looted. That's when a lot of the looting was going on at the time in Atlanta.
Yeah, like last Friday.
Yeah, so what Killer Mike did was Killer Mike was invited by like the mayor along with T.I. and like some other chief of police and everything.
Yeah.
It was basically saying like we shouldn't be doing this to our community. Like go home, not necessarily. I say like basically like go home, strategically plan out like our next moves for the coming time. But basically like don't fuck up Atlanta. And like people,
right.
That's what Killer Mike said.
I saw that.
Okay.
And some people like took offense to that because it was like basically like why are you telling us like don't loot, like you basically not understanding our message and like, but at the same time what I took away from it, I can only take away from what I took away from it was like you can't mess up like Atlanta the same way. Don't mess up, not period, point blank. Like whoever the city or like the influencer is for that city, it should come out and say, don't fuck up our city because this is our city. Like he was saying, Killer Mike was saying, like there are other places, there are other avenues, there are other ways for us to express our anger, our discomfort with the situation. However, we shouldn't be fucking up our city, fucking up our community, especially Atlanta. And of course, he's going to say Atlanta because it's the black capital of the world or the black
businesses everywhere.
But like even still, like even black people in Minnesota and Minneapolis should be fucking up Minneapolis because like that's where they grow up. That's what they go see on a daily basis. And people was like mad and talking about like he shouldn't be going out and saying like and who paid him to go up there with the cops and say that message. But my takeaway was like you as a person of influence definitely should get up there and say, don't fuck up our city, our community, because this is our
Yeah.
I mean, the mayor said that too. I thought I heard like when they were doing the vandalizing the CNN building and all this other stuff, they were like, don't mess up the city. But here's my question. How much do y'all believe is that the people causing that damage is not really from the city, it's from outsiders coming in?
Oh yeah, 100%. You've seen it. We've seen it.
Yeah, I think we're all in agreement on that one. It's not necessarily.
Yeah.
But whole time,
it was
I don't want to take away. I do think it is some opportunists. And as well as like some people that are
definitely
that are taking it full advantage and like that they are looting and they're doing different things because people are truly like hurt at this point in time. You got people like out of jobs. You got people that can't necessarily even afford like them niggas fucked up. Icebox, them niggas fucked up. Like hair salons,
ATMs,
any and every opportunity too.
Yeah.
And that's just basically that shows like our community and like how our community is in dire need. But at the same time, it could be some provocateurs as we talk about it. But I think it goes hand in hand. I think some is like opportunists, and then some is like truly like, all right, well, I'm gonna get mine because like the government or whoever else is making.
What percentage you think? What percentage you think is the opportunity? What percentage? You think it's 50-50, Al?
50-50 as opportunists? Versus. So I would be close. I would go like 40-60. 40 as like opportunists and not necessarily true to the cause of like protesting and trying to figure out like better ways to go about situations and like moving the needle. As opposed to like 60% are literally like, all right, well, this is a time where I can go ahead and I can get away with going in the Gucci store and coming out with whatever I want. And then at the same time, you got some young people, and it's just my perception and my take on it. I don't necessarily know because I wasn't, my boots aren't on the ground and I haven't seen like actual like eye to eye what's going on. But like you actually have some opportunists who are not even like really being opportunists at the time. Like they're literally caught up in a moment, caught up in the time. And like if you're down there at the protest, or if I'm down there at the protest, I'll only speak for myself. When I was 10 years ago, 15 years ago, and I'm caught up down there and I see like an opportunity to fucking run in Gucci or run in whatever, like as an opportunist, knowing that I might get
I'm in there.
I might do it. You know what I'm saying? But that's just me.
Yeah, I think it's a mixture. I don't believe that all the damage is from people coming from the outside. I think some people actually live there are messing up their own areas. Like I believe that.
Yeah, I mean, and I think even within that, like I think they can't have a whole bunch of provocateurs. They got to sprinkle them in,
right?
Because it'd be way too obvious if they had 300 provocateurs out there. You want to know something up, so they had to sprinkle them in a little bit. But yeah, that's all.
But Minneapolis was talking about 80% of the people they arrested is from out of town. That's why I brought that up. They say most people that they arrested is from out of state.
I can believe that, and this is just me. I don't necessarily know how the transit system is, but if you think about it, like a lot of the protesters and a lot of the people coming into not only like Minneapolis, but they're coming into the big cities as a whole, like taking an opportunity to. And even as you think about it, like it might seem like it to me, but and I've literally been watching what it seems like the news like late at night on a daily basis. But like the peaceful protests happen like during the day, and nighttime, come nightfall, like after everything is crowd up or after like, drinks have been consumed, after like, you know what I'm saying, especially on the weekends, like people are able to
get lit. They get litty.
Yeah, that's what I've seen too. I don't know. Like the local news down here, I really ain't been watching that too much because I'm more concerned, believe it or not, with what's going on elsewhere. I feel like because down here, the protests are there, but they're kind of like diluted. It's not like as bad as in other places. So I've just been looking at the national news to see what's going on, like LA and places like that. So I was just wondering. I mean, I guess. So what are they showing on the news up there locally? They're showing like the true full story. Like,
depends
what
on
you were saying earlier, Shaq. You was like, I'm not seeing it all from a nation's point
of view. It depends on what channel you're watching. Depends on what channel you're watching.
Do y'all think now? Do y'all think now, like being like on the side of like black people is going against the grain, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you think it's kind of like the popular thing to be on our side now? You know, because even with all this going on, I ain't seen like no signs of resistance, but I see like Black Lives Matter shit everywhere. Even out here in Montgomery County, like you see Black Lives Matter spray painted on a fucking bridge, and you know people having signs in front of their houses and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So this ain't like it's like, you know, it's not like it's not really revolutionary. It's almost like everybody. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's like the majority is with it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not seeing a lot of coverage where it's coming across as if George Floyd was wrong. Like it seems like even everybody, you know what I'm saying? It's like it's an overall consensus thing. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody seems to be on the same page. You know what I'm saying? I don't see the battle.
No, I hear what you're saying. I don't think it's
socially. I mean, from a social perspective. I'm not talking about law. No, I'm just talking about socially.
Yeah, I don't think it's nothing new, dog. I don't think it's nothing new. We always been doing this. I don't think it's nothing new.
Here's my thing. These guys, they just got charged. What happens if they get acquitted of the charges?
Yeah, that's what's gonna be serious.
I was saying it earlier. We got these protests out here now, but if these things
that's probably 6 months.
If these motherfuckers go, dog, it might be some problems, dog. It's gonna be.
You gotta think about what's gonna happen first. We probably get the Aubrey case first.
Yeah.
You
That's 6 months from now. We're gonna have some basketball first, and we're gonna have some football.
Yeah.
Probably gonna be some shit after.
Calm everybody down.
It's gonna be
what's crazy is Georgia don't have the hate crime law, like, because apparently after there's only 4 states that don't have the hate crime law. Georgia one of them.
What's the other 3? I think
it's South Carolina, Wyoming, and Arkansas.
Look at those states. I mean,
right. But But that's crazy because after he was down, apparently the one guy said they called him the N-word after he was down on the ground, and they can't add like charges because of that, because of the state that they were in. Like, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy why any state wouldn't have that. Any state that wouldn't have that.
I think they're going to get off.
Which ones, Marcus? Which ones? All of them?
I think I wouldn't be surprised if they all got off, not because they deserve to get off, but because they're trying to fuck with society. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think they want people to be agitated and irritated and going the fuck off.
Cops or the Aubrey killers?
Huh? The cops getting off. I'm talking the cops getting off. I would not be surprised. Not because like as obvious as fucked up as that was what we saw, that shit still wouldn't surprise me if he got off just to fuck with us. That's what I mean.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the only reason why.
And so I'm just trying to get a clarification.
I'm saying they're not getting off.
You talking about
no, not because it's right or wrong, just because it's trying to push an agenda.
Right.
Exactly. There you go. That's what I'm trying to say.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. But are you talking about? I know it's two different situations. I'm pretty sure you might mean both of them. But I'm saying, are you talking about the Arbery shit, or are you talking about the George Floyd? But both of them. I mean, like the Arbery.
It don't matter. It don't matter.
Everybody clean slate getting off.
They gonna get. I feel like because even before this whole shit went down, we said this George Floyd shit before we knew George Floyd's name. We was like, it's gonna be another one. Yeah. And then it happened, right? And then even within that same conversation, we was like. We said that that eventually it's going to get to a point where they probably going to let these niggas get off to fuck us up. So I'm going to continue with the and the next step is for these niggas to get off. Like just to be, I'm confident enough to put up some bread that these niggas gonna get off, not because I want them. I put bread up. I feel like it makes sense. It makes sense. I don't fuck, like the way 2020 is going. Why not? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, think
Can I say something though? Has anybody seen this?
It's impossible.
Hold on, Corey. Has anybody seen this video yet of they actually like I say when they got his knee and his neck, right? And he's right, and then the EMTs pull up, right? There's the video where if you slow the shit down, the EMTs got bulletproof vests on. They got guns on their hip. They're not really. They're not really EMT. They are police. They are staff of the police. It made it look like it's EMT.
All right.
People that picked them up are staff of the police. They don't check his post like for like they don't really care him as a somebody in distress. They just like pick him up. They put him on a gurney. They get him the fuck up out of there. If he was Matt, you watch what's that joint we watch in New Orleans? That show in New Orleans, the on A&E. What's that show we watch on
First 48?
No. Who said that? What's show in New Orleans when?
The show on A&E where they have the EMTs and shit, and they they circle around New Orleans and all.
Oh, you're talking about live? Was it live? Not the live rescue. It's the one like that though. I know when they had the clock ticking throughout the night.
Yeah, you know how emergency officials respond to people. The way that they pulled up in that Minnesota shit, they just put them on the gurney and got them fuck about it. They ain't administer no type of like emergency response shit. They just put them on the gurney and got them fuck about it.
Yeah, that's true though.
But you know one thing we didn't talk about whole night, the all night. George Floyd and the cop that killed him knew each other
exactly
before this. Shit. Like I think they used to work together in the past. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they did.
That is a very fucking aspect to this shit. You know what I'm saying? These niggas already knew each other. But also speaking with that, I saw this video on YouTube where a dude was talking about the joint where he was basically saying that shit was a ritual and that this was like a sacrifice for George Floyd was supposed to be killed the way he did because it was supposed to be a part of what we're seeing that's going on now. Like it plays to it. You know what I mean?
The bands that jumped out that was supposed to be administering medical attention to this man had bulletproof vests on. They had guns on. They looked like police officers. They had the buzz cut. I mean, y'all know if y'all see like an undercover officer and shit, right?
Yeah.
They look like that. They look like that. They ain't look like medical professionals.
I would say this.
I would say I think the cops would get off before. I think the cops. I can see the cops going free before the Georgia the Ahmaud Arbery killers do.
So I'm gonna counter that point, and I think the reason the cops don't get off is because the cops actually weren't even supposed to be on the scene. Like the cops aren't supposed to arrest anybody for counterfeit bills. That's supposed to be, I think, if I'm not mistaken, that's either like DEA or it's a federal investigation. The cops have jurisdiction over a $20 counterfeit bill. They aren't actually supposed to be arresting anybody or anything of the sort. So even as you're arresting somebody, and then like you take them out of the car, and then I seen like video, or I listened to the video of like I think it's like the actual 18 minutes of the entire situation where they like piece together all the video cams from like different cell phone footage as well as like surveillance cameras, and like the cops put them in the car, put them in the back of the car, and then took them out of the car. This is after like after
that's not Aubrey though. That's not Aubrey.
Yeah.
Huh?
That's not Aubrey.
We talking about Floyd.
Hey, Alex, I agree with everything you're saying. You're making a 150% valid point, but the reason why I said what I said is because even as much sense as what you're saying makes sense, it's not supposed to make sense. Like it's supposed to be that fucked up. You know what I'm saying? It was like the evidence was so obvious, and the judicial system still didn't come through for us. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that'd be like the nail on the coffin. Like, they really trying to fuck us over.
Right, and that's
some shit like that happen. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
and that's my point on me saying, like, I believe, and I think Marcus, we're on the same boat. Like, they're supposed to, I think the cops are supposed to be, like, get convicted before the other people, although the other people are citizens. However, they were supposed to be protecting a vacant house, and like there's a little bit of precedent. Like it's fucked up precedent, and I don't want to like try to correlate the two, but it's the precedent of Trayvon Martin. Like there's precedent of like neighborhoods protecting their own, and like they could say like the provocateur. I mean, like they were revoked and like they were life and all that good shit.
Do you think if there was video evidence of what happened with Trayvon, that it would have went the same way?
Probably.
With Zimmerman, you think he would have got off with video evidence? The thing with the difference between the two is like the video evidence, like what happened to Floyd happened millions of thousands of times, you know, to black folk, but it's on video, so now there's a big uproar.
But that's the thing. Isn't Florida different? You got that stand your ground rule, so I don't think it would have mattered.
Yeah, you got to stand your ground.
Yeah.
But I mean, you have to prove like stand your ground. I think it has something to do with what the other person is armed with as well. Like in his case, he had no gun. They had guns. That's not stand your ground. Like you can't shoot a man if he's unarmed. Like
no, nigga. That's why there was the whole uproar against about Trayvon Martin. Trayvon Martin didn't have no fucking gun. The whole
stand. But I'm also saying the video evidence though.
It don't really matter when people control the narrative, when people control the media, people control the who was cited in the police reports. It don't matter.
Right. So you say even with video evidence, it don't matter. Is that what you saying, Randall?
We see shit, they put the shit right in front of our faces, and people fucking just the media fucking
like fuck that shit. Yeah.
Like it don't matter.
Like fuck that shit.
I think the video got us to this point though, as far as all the attention that it had.
The way times are right now got us
right now. Yeah.
True.
With us being home, with us being, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right now.
True. Well, fellas, I've overstayed my guest welcome for about 20 minutes today, but I enjoyed it.
Appreciate you.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Get out.
Drink some water, bro. Drink some water.
No, we don't do that over here. We don't do that.
No.
That's fine.
That's fair.
But now I think that whole Trayvon Martin shit kind of like sparked the whole direction of society. I felt like that was like the first big incident in society, and then like ever since then it was like we kind of started going in this direction. at least in modern times. Like this could kind of be like the new civil rights era, and he like the Emmett Till, you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that. Like it's like just another generation of the same shit.
The celebrity backing of the shit.
Yeah.
But the celebrity backing shit makes me skeptical of it. You know what I'm saying? Like when I feel like all celebrities is on the same page, I'd be like, all right, these niggas is already like they already got corporate deals with corporations. They already got associations with people. So it's like what I'm saying. So I'm watching this shit the other day. I think like all the NFL teams came out and made a statement. I got an email from Montgomery County schools talking about how we're going to protect black boys and shit. I was like, what the fuck is this shit? Like that shit threw me the fuck off. You know what I'm saying? But that's the shit I'm talking about. It's like the whole fucking society in just a few days just went on the same page. Like you know what I'm saying? That shit's just wild to me.
Like how I'm saying like LeBron James, right, is probably the face of Nike right now.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Brees is still like an employee of Nike. Am I right? I might be off, but I think he is employed of Nike, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, so I'm saying like, and then LeBron James has a strong opinion of Drew Brees right now. He you know, posted on IG and shit. But like, if he's that strongly about it, how can like LeBron have used his leverage to push Drew Brees out? Couldn't he do that if he wanted to?
Because LeBron got $99 million when he came out of high school.
Yeah, I mean, that's good if he wanted to. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. If he's not doing it, then actually, like, what is he actually doing?
Posturing.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I mean, that's how I look at this whole situation, man. I feel like a lot of people are using this as an opportunity to build their profile.
Yes.
Like if the majority of if we live in a day where your views and likes and shit kind of build your profile, so it's easy. Where as long as you're in alignment with whatever the majority of popularity of people you're gonna be, you protecting your body. I was like, what the.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened.
Your belly big as shit, boy.
I was like, why you just do that?
Yeah,
that threw me off like shit.
This shit not getting aired. This shit not getting aired, dog.
Don't put me on camera. But that's how I look at it though, man. Everything just look like it looks too scripted. You know what I'm saying? Like basically the way society is going, it's symbolism to me. Like when all the NFL teams took a knee with their owners, like that shit just looks so like scripted and put in place. So when I see this shit, it's like, why is everybody in alignment all of a sudden? Like that's just weird to me. You know what I'm saying? So that's just why I question the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? I just think this whole situation, honestly, my honest opinion about this whole situation, that this shit is social engineering. This was put in place on purpose for us to respond the way that we responding right now. You know what I'm saying? But that doesn't take away from the fucked up thing that happened to George Floyd. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to take nothing away from his death and his family going through, and it was still fucked up what the cop did. Like, there's no way you can defend what that cop did on any level. But I'm just saying that this shit is put in place. It's a spiritual war. Like, they were trying to keep our spirits down, keep us in an emotional, fearful state in order to control. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And by pulling on your heartstrings, they can control you. Because, you know what I'm saying? When you're in an emotional state, you're the easiest to control because you're not thinking clearly. You know what I'm saying? So that's all. That's why I feel like it's going on right now. So if I ever came across as insensitive, that's not what I meant. Like, I'm just trying to protect. I look at this shit as a spiritual war. So I'm trying to protect my spirit from getting engaged into this shit too much. Because I feel like it's intentionally being put in my face. That's what I mean. Like, it's just because I feel like it's intentionally. If it wasn't put in, if I felt like this was some real shit, I wouldn't be responding the way I'm responding. If that makes sense, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
That's why last episode I wasn't trying to let my first reaction be, you know what I mean, my reaction, because they're literally trying to like drive you off impulses and shit. So
exactly. And come on, don't think about this though. Like our whole black experience, like, that shit is rooted in like all the fucked up trauma and all these stories, and you be looking at slave books and you seen black people hung and you watch slave movies, and so that shit got you kind of, you know, it's like they put they feed your subconscious with all this trauma, and then they just like start poking at it. You know what I'm saying? That's why niggas be acting the way they act, because they be like fucking with your triggers. You know what I'm saying? That's really what it is. You know.
And on top of that, they chose this president, and they're like, this is the guy. This guy. This is the boogeyman.
Especially right after Obama. Like, how perfect is us to get a Trump right after Obama? You know what I'm saying?
Change, and then now this nigga. Come on, bro.
Trump, right? Like, Trump is so the non-Obama. You know what I'm saying? Like, these niggas is almost like opposite completely. You know what I mean?
Hey, when Trump is out of office, y'all think this nigga's going to locked up?
Huh?
I don't
think
know.
he's going to get locked up?
Locked up as far
when
as
he's
I wouldn't be surprised.
As far
as everything that has gone down.
Like what crime? What crime did he commit?
Which
one?
The way that
what do you mean? Nigga, just last week he had fucking tear gas and goddamn bullets, rubber bullets shot upon a fucking.
That's what I mean, bro. That's what I mean. All right, so as bad as they paint this man right now, right? You would think like this shit would.
Hold on.
Wait, hold on. Let me finish.
No. Let me finish. As bad as they paint this man. No, this nigga gave out the order. It's not as bad as they paint this man. He said,
but they gave him the power. They gave him the power.
Huh?
They gave him the power. They gave him the power. They're putting the media behind him. So as bad as they paint this man, the way this shit is going now, wouldn't you think this should be as bad as it is, like as it's going to be?
As bad as what's going to be.
Like, as bad as it ever gets.
This is the worst it's going to be right now. This is the worst it's going to be.
No.
Office.
As far as
I don't know, man. This is the way this year is going. I don't know what the fuck is going to happen.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like it. I mean, it's always going to be worse.
Yeah. Especially summertime coming up. You know what I'm saying? Then they're going to let us all outside. I won't be surprised if some other fucked up shit happens. You know what I'm saying? People going to go back outside summertime, and then boom, we get hit with some more shit. You know?
Some worse shit.
Honestly, young, I'm gonna keep it all the way to real. The way that the society is going right now, I feel like I'm inside like a bubble, and this niggas outside the bubble, like dropping shit, like and fucking with us, fucking with me. Like that's how it feels. Like I'm being honest with you. Like I'm inside the game. Like they're playing with. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just how it feels. Like that's how life feels right now. Like I'm inside a bubble.
Can I get deeper? Because this COVID shit is probably like. I mean, this pretty much started this shit, right? So like, whether y'all want to believe it or not, Billl Gates is behind a lot of this shit. He
with the vaccines.
Yeah, I mean, like just like his business model. Like this nigga owns Microsoft, right? He owns Microsoft. I have a Mac right now, right? Macs really don't get viruses and shit, but Microsoft, you're gonna get a virus, and he also presents the virus protection on the shit, right? So say that they present a virus, COVID, right, and say he prevents the virus protection for the COVID, right? The vaccine model for shit. So say at the end of the year, everybody get a vaccine for it. This nigga's gonna make more money than he ever did on Microsoft than he did from COVID.
Probably. I mean, it's the same concept. It's like
that's what I'm saying.
Like you don't think that the niggas who create the security, the internet security, be the same niggas who be creating the viruses?
That's what I just said. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how this shit. That's what I'm saying. That's how this shit work. That's how all this shit work. That's the whole health industry. The whole health industry is rooted in that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And they create the solution.
Exactly, nigga. That's how all this shit work. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's a game. You know what I'm saying? It's like you yeah, that's just what this shit is. You know,
more fucked up when you know.
It's an order through chaos. It's called order through chaos and shit. It's like create chaos and then create order. It's like put it like this: if I want to create an order for society, I have to create chaos first, then create a resolution in order to socially engineer society in the direction that I want. You see what I'm saying? Like that's order through chaos.
There's even more to believe when you know his background because his folks created Planned Parenthood. Did y'all know that?
Who?
I didn't
Gates.
know, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Bill Gates, his folks created Planned Parenthood.
You related to the white lady? I forgot her name.
So them niggas is all about population control. He's like the population control guy then.
Exactly.
That's what that sound like.
This nigga
Like,
made.
if you need to kill a whole rack of motherfuckers, call them niggas.
He's
know
making more money off vaccines than Microsoft.
Come on, man.
And he's an internal ally of Jeffrey Epstein. If y'all didn't.
He's not even a fucking doctor out here making fucking vaccines and shit.
Yeah, man.
Where the fuck is Fauci?
Fauci,
I don't know.
Fauci is an ally of Bill Gates.
You think so? Is he?
I don't trust none of them, man.
That shit is a Washington Times article.
You're not fucking with Trump though.
What you mean Trump?
I said Fauci. Fauci's not fucking with Trump.
This is how I look at Trump. This might be an unpopular opinion. I think people that's like born with money is like less susceptible to corruption than people that's born without money. I think you can.
That makes sense. That makes sense. Cause you got money, you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. So I don't have to listen to what the fuck you preaching about.
Yeah, I think you can corrupt somebody that's born without money than somebody that's born with money.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Especially if you have money.
I agree 100%. I agree 100%.
So that's why I like.
Because obviously a person that's in more of a desperate situation gonna, they're gonna give in a lot more easier. You know what I'm saying?
So that's why I think people voted for him. I don't vote personally because don't follow my model, but I don't vote personally because this shit is all fucking script.
Like I said, I want to burn it again up in that church.
And the fact that he bowed out is a corruption in itself. So
yeah. Yeah. Who you gonna vote for? The lesser two evils. Just every election. The lesser two evils.
That's fucked up.
That's what keeps you in the system. That's what I'm saying. That's the same shit I be saying. Like that's what keeps you in the system. Because now you can be like, well, I have no choice but the fact that you feel like you have no choice but to choose between the two evils is the reason why you are in the system. It is what it is. It starts in the mind. It's all about how you think.
Exactly. So either I vote or I don't vote. And then niggas gonna talk about me if I don't vote. So
it's funny though, but that's the pressure that niggas be under.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't.
Niggas be like, I gotta vote because I'll be judged if I don't.
Exactly. Damn if you do, damn if you don't. That's just how it is. Yeah. What do you do? What do you do? All you can do is give more money. This is it. That's it at the end of the day.
Exactly.
You got money, you don't have to worry about it.
I promise you. That's the gist of all this shit. At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? It's like no matter who the president is, nigga, you gotta make money regardless. You know what I'm saying? No matter what you gotta make money. So it don't even fucking matter. No matter what a person feel about you, their affiliations, whatever the fucking may be, you still gotta get money at the end of the day. You still gotta provide for you.
The outcome of all these it's like this drama that's going on right now. Like
your ass still gotta go to work.
Nah. Like all these government officials and shit are taking advantage of this shit. So like on a lower level, like Hogan and what's the nigga in New York, Cuomo and shit like that. Like they're taking advantage. Cuomo. Yeah, they taking advantage of these positions and shit. So like when it's time for them to run, it's like, ooh, he handled this situation like this. Let's vote him in there. He's handling this situation like this.
Oh yeah, he's running for president. He's running for president coming up.
Manufactured, so
yeah, it's a resume booster.
Mm-hmm. He's running for president, Cuomo.
But they creating
CNN, but his brother, big brother.
They creating the narrative.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Have y'all been watching their little interviews when they go back and forth?
Nope.
The Cuomo.
Yeah, that shit funny and shit.
Them niggas are funny as shit together. Like,
yeah, he be going on his brother. Brothers be going on
They
this.
probably
like,
going in on each other.
so if I mean, like the joke's like a legit like a brother conversation. Like only they just like amplify because they on TVs and I guess I don't want to say like they got name recognition and shit. So like you know how with the have you ever seen like the nose swab that they're actually taking for the coronavirus?
Oh, no, I ain't doing that.
I know you're talking about. I seen that joint. I seen that joint.
So the joke's like a Q-tip. The joke's like a legit Q-tip. So he started out and he's like, so I heard that you had I heard that you had this. They gave you a Q-tip swab and everything like that. And that nigga comes and that nigga's like, so it looked like when she gave you the
bring a golf stick.
swab, like she put this up your nose and then tell me the truth. Was it the size of this fucking like he came in like 3 different fucking sizes of a Q-tip. That shit was hilarious.
Well, are they trying to get us though? Are they trying? I watched the whole joint. Are they trying to get us? You know what I'm saying, with the familiarity or the family type shit or whatever.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
What you mean?
All of them related.
That's his brother. That's his brother.
Everybody that's been put in office is related. Like you gotta understand that. Either by money or they related by blood.
They said shit. They broke the whole shit down. I done seen the conspiracy theories or whatever. They said shit. Obama had
everything got to be categorized as conspiracy theory. When like
conspiracy theory, you thinking for yourself.
Obama,
have your own opinion.
Obama had blood with the Bushes and all them motherfuckers and shit. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely get it.
Bush has got like money family with the Bin Ladens. So
yeah, shit. The Bushes are running shit during the fucking Nazi shit. They got it. They out here. They had banks and all that shit.
Prescott Bush. He funded both sides of the Nazi.
Yeah, Prescott. Yep. But what can I say? Well, what can I say? I don't got that money. I got a little bit of bread, but I ain't got that money. Shit.
Money for real, a lot of these TV personalities and like a lot of them be related, like the big media members and all that shit. Like it's all connected. Government officials, like these motherfuckers be all connected, man.
Anderson Cooper, niggas, CIA operative, bro. He's in fact a CIA employee. If y'all didn't know.
Who?
Anderson Cooper.
Oh, okay.
He's admitted he's staged certain news reports in the past. You ain't know that? You ain't know there was a declassified article called Project Mockingbird when the CIA actually goes into universities and shit and recruit people to come on the news?
I heard about that.
I wouldn't be surprised. Shit. He got them. He be rocking out there with them 1960s, 1950s glasses and shit. Yeah.
Man, I think some of these actors are CIA agents. Like I wouldn't be surprised. Like I wouldn't be surprised if I don't put shit past none of these motherfuckers. Like none of these any nigga on TV you susceptible to being part of this shit, man. Like I don't believe none of these niggas.
Jeff Bezos and shit, Amazon, that nigga bought the Washington Post, right?
Oh yeah,
all right, there you go.
This night.
Shit, that might have been 2 years ago.
You know, the nigga from where you from? Like the West Coast?
Well, he might be one of these niggas that's controlling the narrative right now. You know what I'm saying?
They the only niggas eating right now.
Exactly. Why? What's the need? Or like if you own Amazon, why do you need to own a whole media fucking corporation or whatever you want to call it? Like, why do you need to own the Washington Post? Unless you're trying to control some sort of narrative, you know what I'm saying? Unless you have an agenda. Like, what's the fucking point?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you deliver shit to niggas' homes.
I like that nigga Jeff Bezos, though. I like that nigga. Them niggas making bread. That nigga's making bread. I like that nigga though. That nigga. First off, he had a whole divorce, and he had to give. I don't know. He had to give way more than Tiger Woods had to give off. He done gave some bread off. He gave some motherfucking bread off, and now he is hold this joint, getting it, dog. It's something going on, dog. It's something going on. Hold up. Tiger Woods
contract.
Huh?
The cloud. He got like a crazy like $1 billion Pentagon contract for like keeping information in the cloud.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Let's believe when I say shit, I'm gonna post this shit. So
I ain't go ahead on him though. I ain't go ahead on Jeff Bezos. I ain't go ahead on him. Cause first off,
you hate on Billl Gate?
Yeah, I hate on him.
Why?
But I go ahead on Bezos though. I mean, he got an online type of shit or whatever the fuck. It wasn't. I know niggas was talking about what was the question we posed? These brands out here getting it during whatever's going on, the quarantine or whatever, getting money and shit. But he has a whole online type of shit or whatever.
Okay.
Or are we saying that he was part of the shit, you know, a part of the whole COVID-19 shit or whatever, so that he can get money? Because now niggas are locked up, and they not locked up, but now niggas are in their own homes and shit, and we have to spend money on online type of shit or whatever. Niggas was already spending money on Amazon anyway. Niggas was already spending money on Amazon anyway.
Isn't it more accessible now because everybody home? So why wouldn't he have like some insider trading?
It makes sense. It sounds good. But I think it's.
You gotta be making.
I think it's a stretch. I think it's a stretch.
It sounds perfect.
I think it's a stretch. It sounds good, but I think it's a stretch. As far as Amazon anyway, because Amazon has always been online. Bro. It has always been online. If we had some motherfucking money,
okay,
they put it on some stocks or whatever, you would be making some money on Amazon, and you'd be like, it's a stretch, dog. It's a stretch.
You probably the one who made.
They are the only.
He created the COVID and shit. So
operational though.
Huh?
They're fully operational. It don't
exactly because it's online. They're fully operational because it's online.
You saying it's online, but people are actually in the warehouses and shit stocking your orders. Like they got to deal with COVID too.
Yeah, and drop that shit off in front of my lawn, nigga.
That's what I'm saying. Why are they excluded?
They're not excluded.
Because they gave this nigga the green light to do the shit. That's why.
Yeah.
Come on.
I hear that. No, I hear that though, dog. But what like we argue about everything or whatever, and then we talk about it's like it's 2020. Why are we still dealing with the George Floyd shit? You know what I'm saying? We supposed to be, as far as I'm concerned, we're supposed to be riding around in flying cars and shit and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But we're still dealing with fucking racism out this motherfucker.
Racism ain't going anywhere.
Exactly. But and then that's why I come to Amazon.
Because that's like an ego thing. To be honest.
What?
Exactly.
Racism, like if a group of people think like they inferior to somebody, they're gonna impose like a certain agenda towards them.
Yeah, and not even just that. I mean, I think it's just general tribalism. I think people always are gonna you know what I'm saying, connect with those who look more like them in general, you know what I'm saying? So I think no matter what society you live in, it's always going to be the people who look like the people that's in a dominant position are always going to, you know, look at the people who are not part of that dominant society as less than, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Like if there might have been a time in the world where, you know what I'm saying, white was ugly and black was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? And now the shit then, you know what I'm saying, turned all the way around, you know? I'm just saying as a hypothetical. It's all based in perspective. You know what I'm saying? And who's dominating at the time. If you look like the people that's dominating, then you're always going to be in a more, you know what I'm saying,
technology is dominating
like,
right now. Technology is dominating.
What I'm saying is, like, let's say North and South Korea, right? Like, let's say if you're from South Korea and you go to North Korea, I guarantee you the North Koreans are going to have a little bit more leverage than the South Koreans or whatever the fuck it may be. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it doesn't matter if you from South Korea and you go to North Korea, they going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't matter. If whoever is in power, if you are a lot of the same tribe as those who are in power, you're going to have privileges that the other people not going to. You know what I'm saying?
Spanish people don't know.
I'm saying though, technology is dominating right now. So Amazon being in that whole conversation of brands that are trying to make money off of what is going on right now, whatever. You know what I'm saying? We had that question. Brands that are making money off of the epidemic or pandemic and all that shit. I don't think Amazon should be in that shit because there was always online type of shit, and it just so happened that we had a pandemic and
like, all right, if it was a real pandemic, if it was real fucking emergency, if it was real fucking like dire do or die situation, everything would be shut down. Like, why are certain shit allowed to be open? That's what I'm saying.
Because they essential.
They know that's what they made you believe. They put essential and put everybody under that umbrella. Like, no, it can't. It's got to be one or the other. You know what I'm saying?
I definitely hear that. I feel that. But I don't think Amazon should be in that conversation.
Why you keep giving these niggas a pass, bro?
I'm giving them a pass because they was always online, dog. It's an online.com type of shit.
Always on time.
It's not like there was a brick and mortar type of business. It's not like you seen the Amazon down the street or whatever. You went over to the Amazon and bought some shit or whatever at the down the street or whatever. Fuck, they always have been online, dog. They always have been online. Have they been planning for this fucking pandemic? You gonna tell me that Amazon has been planning for this fucking pandemic? Is that what you're telling me?
It's not.
No.
They're just saying like you're gonna get the go ahead, and then everybody's gonna eat on our side, on this side of the table. Everybody's gonna eat, and then when y'all ready, we gonna invest in this. Like these people do this shit. Come on. Bill Gates invested like this amount of money, and he made this amount of money off the pandemic. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Mm-hmm. So if he can do it, why not his? You know what I mean? His lodge members. If you feel what I'm saying.
I feel what you're saying. But I'm talking about Amazon. I'm talking about Amazon. We're talking about a man that's supposedly supposed to be the first trillionaire out this motherfucker.
You sound like a real MK asset right now.
No. I'm talking about a man that's supposed to get. Because first of all, why wasn't Bill Gates supposed to be the first trillionaire? Why wasn't Warren Buffett the first trillionaire that we're talking about? I'm talking about Amazon, Jeff Bezos, dog.
There's trillionaires that we don't know about, and best believe if we do know about, it's going to be Bill Gates, just because of this pandemic.
Bill Gates?
Yes.
No, I don't think so.
All right. Bro.
I don't think so with Bill Gates. With Bill Gates specifically, I don't think so. Because there's too much going around talking. It's too many people going around talking about. Bill Gates is out here trying to get these vaccines passed, especially from the people from Africa and people the Pan Africans. The Pan Africans here.
This nigga is creating a solution to the problem that has started in his camp. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, niggas don't fuck with him. Niggas will not fuck with him. Niggas have not fucked with Bill Gates for a minute.
You're not listening.
I'm listening, but I'm telling you that niggas have not fucked with Bill Gates for a minute. I'm listening, but I'm telling you that niggas have not fucked with Bill Gates for a minute. For that reason. For that reason alone. That's the only reason why I'm seeing videos on Instagram, Facebook and shit. And they're talking about, It's shit. It's a fucking some old ass broad from fucking India talking about, oh, this nigga Billl Gates came out here trying to steal our shit from y'all. Y'all not hearing me, dog. I try to tell you.
Yeah, but it's like we saying like the same shit, but it's not applying to you.
It's not. It's not.
You just said it. All right, bro. I'm sorry y'all had to deal with this shit. This is the end of overtime.
It's not the